Have you ever opened your mouth to speak English and suddenly your brain went blank? Your heart starts beating fast. Your hands feel nervous. And the simple sentence you practiced yesterday disappears. You know the words. You studied the grammar. But in real life, panic, maybe it happened during a job interview, maybe during a phone call, or maybe someone asked you a simple question like, "Hey, how was your weekend?" And your mind froze. If that sounds familiar, this video might change the way you speak English forever. Because today, you'll learn the 7-second rule, a simple trick real English speakers use naturally to speak without panic. And no, you do not need perfect grammar. You just need 7 seconds. So let's begin. Imagine this. It's Monday morning. David is standing outside the meeting room at work. He works in a small international company. Most meetings are in English. Usually he stays quiet, not because he has nothing to say, but because he's afraid of mistakes, afraid of embarrassing himself, afraid people will judge his accent. Today feels even worse. His manager suddenly says, "David, can you present the sales update today?" His stomach drops. He forces a smile. Yes, okay. But inside, panic. As he sits down, his mind starts racing. What if I forget words? What if they laugh? What if I sound stupid? And this is where most English learners lose confidence. Not because they are bad at English, but because they try to speak too fast, too perfectly, too immediately. But then something interesting happens. Before the meeting starts, his coworker Emma notices his nervous face. She smiles and says, "Can I tell you something that helped me?" David nods quietly. Emma says, "When someone asks you a question in English, don't answer immediately." David looks confused. "What do you mean?" She leans closer. "Give yourself 7 seconds. 7 seconds. That's it. Not 7 minutes. Not perfect grammar. Just 7 seconds to breathe, think, and begin." David laughs nervously. That sounds too simple. But Emma shakes her head. No, most people panic because they think silence is bad. But silence is normal. And honestly, she was right. Think about conversations in your own language. People pause all the time. They think, they breathe, they search for words. That's normal human communication. But English learners often believe they must answer instantly. So the brain enters survival mode, and panic begins. The meeting starts. David's hands are cold. His manager looks at him. "David, can you explain the numbers from last month?" Normally, this is where David freezes. But this time, he remembers the rule. 7 seconds. He breathes slowly. 1 second. 2 seconds. 3. He looks at the chart. Then he begins. "Last month, we had fewer sales in the beginning, but things improved during the final week. Simple, clear, not perfect, but understandable. Nobody laughs. Nobody interrupts him. In fact, people nod. The meeting continues, and something strange happens. David feels calmer, because for the first time, he is not fighting English. He is flowing with it. Now, here's something important. The 7-second rule is not about staying silent forever. It's about controlling panic before panic controls you. Because when panic enters your body, your brain becomes noisy. You stop listening. You stop thinking clearly. And suddenly, even easy English feels impossible. But 7 seconds changes everything. It gives your brain space. And space creates confidence. Now, let's look at another real-life situation. Maria is at a restaurant with friends. Everyone is speaking English. Fast English. Natural English. People are laughing, telling stories, interrupting each other. Maria understands maybe 60%, but she stays quiet. Then suddenly someone asks, "Maria, what do you think?" Her heart jumps. Again, panic. This happens to millions of adults learning English, especially in social situations, because social pressure feels different. At work, people expect professionalism, but socially, you want connection. You want to belong. Maria feels embarrassed. She wants to disappear, but then she remembers something she heard online. Slow is smooth. Smooth is confident. So instead of forcing a fast answer, she pauses. 1, 2, 3. Then she smiles slightly and says, "I think people today are always busy. Nobody really relaxes anymore." The table becomes quiet. Then someone says, "That's actually true." Another friend adds, "Yeah, especially with phones." Suddenly, the conversation continues naturally, and Maria realizes something powerful. You do not need advanced English to create connection. You just need courage to participate. That changes everything. Now let me tell you the biggest mistake English learners make. They practice English only inside their head, not out loud. So when real conversations happen, the mouth feels disconnected from the brain. It's like trying to drive a car after only reading books about driving. Real speaking needs movement, sound, emotion, reaction. That's why the 7-second rule works best with speaking practice. Here's a simple exercise. Tomorrow morning, stand in front of a mirror. Ask yourself easy questions in English. What am I doing today? What did I eat yesterday? How do I feel right now? Then wait 7 seconds before answering. Not because you are slow, but because you are training calmness. You are teaching your brain, I am safe, I have time, I can think in English. That feeling matters more than grammar, because confidence grows from emotional safety, not perfection. And here's another secret fluent speakers know. Most conversations are simple, really simple. Native speakers repeat words constantly. They pause. They forget things. They correct themselves. But learners Imagine fluent English as some magical performance. It's not. It's communication. That's all. Now let's go back to David. 3 weeks later, something surprising happens. A new employee joins the company. His English is nervous and broken. During lunch, the new employee apologizes repeatedly. Sorry, my English is not good. David smiles because he remembers feeling exactly the same. And for the first time in his life, he says confidently, "It's okay, take your time. Take your time." Simple words, but powerful words, because confidence is not becoming perfect. Confidence is becoming comfortable with imperfection. That is real fluency. And honestly, the people who speak most naturally are usually not the people with perfect grammar. They are the people who stay calm under pressure. That calmness changes your voice, your speed, your listening, your body language. Everything improves when panic disappears. Now maybe you're wondering, but what if people judge my English? Some will. That's reality. But most people care more about connection than perfection. Think about the last time someone spoke broken English to you. Did you hate them? Probably not. You probably respected their effort. So why are you so cruel to yourself? Every fluent speaker was once a beginner. Every confident speaker once felt embarrassed. And every conversation you avoid keeps fear alive. But every conversation you attempt builds strength, even messy conversations, especially messy conversations, because real growth sounds awkward at first. That's normal. Now let's practice together. Imagine someone asks you, "How was your day?" Don't rush. Use the rule. Pause, breathe, then answer simply. "It was busy, but good. I was tired today, honestly. Actually, something funny happened." That's enough. Short sentences are powerful. You do not need long, complicated answers to sound fluent. You just need natural rhythm. And natural rhythm comes from calmness, not speed. This is why many intelligent adults struggle with English. Their brain is overloaded. They translate mentally. They search for perfect grammar. They fear mistakes, all at the same time. Of course, panic appears, but the 7-second rule interrupts that cycle. It tells your brain, "Slow down, you are okay." And once your body feels calm, your English improves naturally. Now listen carefully. Fluency is not speaking fast. Fluency is expressing ideas without fear controlling you. That is the real goal. Not perfection, not sounding American or British, not using difficult vocabulary. Expression, connection, confidence, and the beautiful thing, you can start today, not next year, not after memorizing thousands of words. Today, during your next conversation, try this. Pause, breathe, think, then speak simply. 7 seconds can completely change your energy. Now, before we finish, I want you to remember one thing. The people you admire in English probably felt exactly like you once. Nervous, embarrassed, afraid, but they kept speaking anyway. And little by little, fear lost power. You can reach that point too. One conversation at a time. One pause at a time. One brave sentence at a time. And maybe one day, you'll realize something incredible. You are no longer translating. You are no longer panicking. You are simply communicating. Naturally, calmly, freely. English is not about perfection. It's about expression. If you want real-life English, subscribe for more, because the next video might be exactly what you need.